Okay, on behalf of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, I welcome you all to today's gathering, particularly the inauguration of our project related to the literature review. So I am requesting our student Mona Lisa for the invocation song. So over to Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Please start the invocation song.
Yes, sir. Please close your hands. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Biriyam Karbhavahai Tejosina Badhitamastu Ma Vidvisabhai. Om Santi Santi Santi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now I am requesting our program coordinator Farah to introduce the activities of RPRIT.
Yes, sir. Good evening,
Farah,
everyone.
you can share the PPT.
Yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. Let me share my presentation. I'm Farah. I'm here to share my slide presentation on Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. First, I will explain you about the symbolic logo meaning. Ravindric psychotherapy, a transformative process designed for self-awakening in the treatment of psychological disorders and mental distress. It is developed by the esteemed president of our institute, Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy, based on his prolonged research and treatment cum counseling of his patients. Ravindric psychotherapy draws inspiration from the creations of the great Rabindranath Tagore. It revolves around the use of therapeutic postulates, which are fundamental assumptions forming the basis of the theory. One key aspect of this psychotherapy is the avoidance of labeling. Instead, it encourages understanding others' consciousness. In Ravindric psychotherapy, consciousness is envisioned in three layers. The Murta layer, portrayed in gray, serves as a seat of attention, sensation, and perception. Moving to the Rag layer in the middle, we find the domain of feelings, emotions, memory, thinking, and their interconnected associations. This layer is vibrant and diverse, reflecting the colorful flows within consciousness. Finally, the innermost layer, portrayed in white, represents harmony with surrounding aesthetics and the path to creativity and innovation. This unique approach offers a profound understanding of the self and others. Ravindric Psychotherapy of Research Institute Trust logo is a symbol representing the transformative power of self-awareness. Tamsoma Jyotika Maya means exploring the truth by removing the error, which is psychometric approach. Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust was established on 1st July 2018. RPRIT carries out researches in academic field and to promote the study and dissemination of knowledge of Ravindric psychotherapy. Research-based teaching is a philosophy of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. RPRIT created syllabus based on students' need. RPRIT is functioning as pan-India. Indians from different parts of the country join RPRIT courses every year. Both internal and external faculties are teaching here. The trust has more than 500 students. RPRIT launches offline study center at Shri Ram Grand City, Grand One nearby Nagar Rail Station, Kolkata, and RPRIT has received its GST number also. The Academic Council of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust plays an important role in academic activities and research. The council is comprised of chairman, secretary, and members having more than 10 years teaching and administrative experiences. General body members include Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy, Ms. Sudipta Majumdar, Dr. Rama Manna, Dr. Subrata Basak, Dr. Satanshu Khatwa. Members are Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy, Dr. Ritupurna Basak, Dr. Sabhi Nag, Dr. Parititra Biswas, Dr. Sushmita Mukhopadhyay, Dr. Ishita Chatterjee. RPRIT key offerings. RPRIT prioritizes students' need by offering customized design courses such as SPSS, R Studio, Systematic Literature Review, Music Therapy, Introduction to Ravindric Psychotherapy, Introduction to Multivariate Statistics and Data Analysis, Applied Psychometrics, and Qualitative Analysis. These courses are crafted based on students' feedback and requirements. Exceptional students are provided with the opportunity to showcase their research skills through conferences. Varsha Madhulika, standard student from the 7th batch of the Applied Psychometrics Foundation program, presented a paper on reading writing motivation at a national seminar in March 2024. Similarly, Sri Lakshmi K from the Qualitative Research Methodology program was selected to present at an international conference in April 2024 on the theme of humanity in Chandralekha. RPRIT offers paid internship opportunities to recent postgraduates, focusing on conducting narrative literature reviews on the Rabindranath Value Questionnaire and assessing the retest reliability of Rabindranath values. This internship provides invaluable training in narrative literature review writing and enhances understanding of various psychological theories, aiding in preparation for competitive exams such as NET, SET, PET. Additionally, under the guidance of Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy, President of RPRIT, interns gains hands-on experience in data analysis. Regional students are afforded the opportunity to interact with patients in hospital settings through the music therapy course of RPRIT, supervised by experienced professionals. This interaction enables the students to compile anecdotal reports with support from RPRIT. Participants of RPRIT certificate and training courses and those planning to pursue further academic or teaching opportunities are offered the student coordinator position by RPRIT. RPRIT collaborates with experienced professors from renowned institutions to enhance teaching quality and strengthen the institute vision. Participants of RPRIT certificate and training courses and interns secure employment opportunities in diverse institutes. RPRIT hosts a multitude of free webinars covering topics ranging from qualitative versus quantitative research methods to other relevant subjects. The institute provides access to online databases, research tools, and data analysis software like RStudio and SPSS, facilitating independent research to students. RPRIT actively engages in questionnaire development due to its paramount importance in psychological research. Well-crafted questionnaires are essential tools for gathering accurate and relevant data, enabling researchers to delve deeper into various aspects of human behavior and cognition. Collaborative efforts with former students and external experts result in the creation of comprehensive questionnaires, including pro-environmental attitude, reading writing motivation, occupational interest test, Rabindranath Value Questionnaire, Rabindranath Value Preference, and job satisfaction. These instruments contribute to impactful research published in journals and remain a focal point in every psychometric batch, ensuring students are equipped with essential research skills. RPRIT academic achievement in 2023. In 2023, RPRIT has successfully completed a few skills development courses like Applied Psychometrics Foundation Course, Music Therapy, Qualitative Research Methodology, short courses. In 2024, RPRIT has offered some short courses like SPSS-based data analysis, R-script-based data analysis, systematic literature review. RPRIT writing book on statistics in collaboration with ABBS Bangalore and offered research internship to students of ABBS on retest reliability. RPRIT training manual and study material. RPRIT has successfully completed its training manual on research methods in psychology by Rohini Ghosh, Feb 2023. Introduction to music therapy by Urbi Datta, October 2023. Rabindranath path-oriented values by Manju Chauhan, December 2023. Rabindranath goal-oriented values by Angana Nendi, March 2024. Rabindranath path-oriented values by Varsha Madhulika, April 2024. Narrative literature review on the effectiveness of psychotherapy by Ankita Day, June 2024. RPRIT has also completed study materials with the help of external faculty, like on Applied Psychometric Foundation course by Dr. Rajshri Kapure, Dr. Rita, Dr. Sumana, Dr. Naresh Babu, Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy in 2023. Qualitative Research Methodology by Dr. Madhukar Gampala, Dr. Rita, Dr. Sumana, Dr. Anurupa Kundu, 2023. Mental Health Infographics by Farah Ahmed, 2023. Statistical Infographics by Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy in 2023. Recent achievement of RPRIT. RPRIT now becomes registered vendor of Tata Pop-up Project for research and training, showcase research training. RPRIT successfully completes Memorandum of Understanding for launching 6 new subjects at Maharaja Manindra Chandra College, Kolkata. During this significant event, a workshop on Rabindranath psychotherapy was presented, highlighting the innovative approaches of the institute. The college teachers were highly cooperative and enriched the occasion by performing several Rabindranath Sangeet songs, creating a harmonious and inspiring atmosphere. Additionally, we successfully launched a research internship for undergraduate students for Maharaja Manindra Chandra College. The 60-hour internship conducted over 15 days in June provided 12 students with valuable experience in psychological test administration, data collection, analysis using RStudio and MS Excel, and report writing, enhancing their employability and research skills. RPRIT proudly extends a research internship opportunity to a government college, marking a significant milestone. This collaboration entails research on Rabindic values derived from the profound melodies of Rabinder Sangeet. Rupees 1 lakh grant to the college research on Rabindic value questionnaire. Our institute is proud to announce that Dr. Devdula Datta Roy, President of RPRIT, received an award at the 15th Annual International Conference organized by ABBS School of Management, Bangalore and Acharya Bangalore Business School. The conference theme, Conflict Prevention and Peace Management, recognized our study title, Investigating Test Retest Reliability and Value Convergence, a study of the Rabindic Value Questionnaire among professionals. This award-winning research was conducted through the collaborative efforts of an intern from ABBS Bangalore and Professor Naresh Babu, a distinguished faculty member at ABBS Bangalore under the guidance of Datta Roy, President of RPRIT. We are proud to announce that Dr. Devdula Datta Roy has become the editor-in-chief of the Journal for Social Science and Welfare. He is also the editor-in-chief of the INSPA Journal. These prestige appointments underscore his significant and enduring impact on the field of social sciences. Dr. Devdula Datta Roy has also been invited to serve as a consultant for a short-term project at the Kolkata Institute of Engineering and Management, CIEM. This opportunity was marked by exceptional hospitality from the director and his team, highlighting the value of this collaboration. Technical report.
It will be the associate editor.
Okay,
associate
sir.
editor.
Okay, sir. Associate editor. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. So these are the technical reports of students of Applied Psychometric Foundation course, January 2023 by our students. These are the technical reports of Applied Psychometric Foundation course in August 2023 by our students. These are the technical reports of students of SPSS October 2023. These are the technical reports of students of Qualitative Research Methodology course February 2024. These are the technical reports of students of SPSS March 2024. These are the technical reports of Rabindic Psychotherapy Introduction course June 2024. Newsletter is regularly arranged for dissemination of knowledge about the academic activities and achievement of the institute. This is our RPRIT newsletter January 2023. This is February 2023 newsletter. March, April, May, June 2023, July, August 2023, September 2023, October 2023 RPRIT newsletter, November 2023 RPRIT newsletter, December 2023 RPRIT newsletter. This is our January 2024 newsletter, February, March 2024 newsletter, April, May 2024 newsletter, and this is our June, July 2024 newsletter. Thank you, everyone. Now let me introduce you with our faculty member who is going to teach you today. So today, Dr. Anjali, a former assistant professor at Christ University, will be teaching you about the Introduction to Literature Review. Dr. Anjali was a distinguished student of the 7th batch of our Applied Psychometric Foundation course and has made notable contribution through her technical report at RPRIT. Hello, Anjali. Hello, Anjali. Are you there? Yeah. Yes. Anjali, so the students who have joined this course are all working professionals holding qualifications such as MTech, MD, MSc in nursing, and some are currently pursuing their PhD degrees.
Am I clearly audible?
Your voice is low.
Anjali, your voice is low.
Oh, is it now?
Sir, do you want to add on something about Anjali?
Yeah, Anjali is my favorite student. That I can say. She is very, very systematic, and she has contributed very good data analysis related to the environmental attitude and behavior. So I am very much thankful to Anjali for accepting my invitation. Today I have requested her and she has gladly accepted my invitation to give the lecture on the importance of literature review. And you know that literature review is part and parcel of the Scopus Index Journal and also other peer-reviewed journals. You will find that is most important part. The second part is if you follow the literature review strictly, then your research time or research tenure that will be reduced because you have very clear idea about what you have to do in your research. Now over to Anjali. Anjali, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. I hope now my voice is audible.
Anjali, your voice not.
How is it now, sir? How is it now?
Your voice is very low. What can I do now?
Is it clear now? Hello?
Hello, your voice is very low.
And then you have to speak a little louder.
You
Little
can
louder.
directly talk
Is it?
to the laptop.
Yes, sir. I'm trying that also. Now is it clear?
Yeah, now
Yeah,
it
now
is
it's
clear.
better.
Okay, fine, fine. So, yeah, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. I'm really glad and grateful to both you and Farah also that you approached me and uh, gave me this opportunity to take a class. And thank you. Welcome all of the students. I have been a part of Rabindrik from 2023, and I have taken a class and gained so much knowledge about doing research, about doing data analysis, and learned so much from sir and our other faculty coordinators. So, welcome to the first class. So I will quickly move on to presentation. Um, I can share, I'm sharing the screen, okay? Just let me know if the um, PowerPoint is visible to all of you.
It's not coming, Anjali.
Yes, sir, so I'm doing. Is it visible?
Yeah,
Yes.
make it full screen if possible.
Yes, sir, I'm doing that. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Full
That is,
screen is visible?
yeah, full screen is visible.
Okay, okay. So our today's topic is literature review. Um, and I want this class to be interactive. So if you people can also answer and unmute yourself and answer. I just wanted to know that what is because as sir told me and informed me that all of you have already are working professionals and have already completed master's levels and doctoral levels courses as well. So I just wanted to know the present level of what do you know about or what do you understand about literature review. And my aim is to basically not repeat the things which you already know, and I will try to add on something new, something new to your knowledge base. So if you can tell me that what you understand by just research. My first question is research. We almost always use in the academic field the term research. So what do you understand by that? Anyone, just feel free and try to answer. Hello.
Hello, Amit, please tell. Or Kavita, Shayan, Dharam Singh, please tell what do you mean by the literature?
First, my first question is research. If you understand, like
Oh, acha, what is research?
before understanding literature, you should know the term research. I surely know that all of us understand research, but if someone among you can just explain it or articulate it in simple terms.
May I?
Yes.
May I tell?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Amit.
Sir, it is like research is a discovery of new facts or new principles,
Yes.
attempt to reveal something that either never thought of by systematic process.
Yeah, systematic basically means that in a scientific manner, if we want to do something, if we want to know about something or understand about something, right? If we
Formulating a hypothesis, then is collecting the data and then analyzing.
Yes, collecting the data and then analyzing. So there is basically what we understand is by doing research, we gather information, as in collect the data and try to understand the phenomena around us. It can be trying to understand the phenomena or trying to maybe invent something new, right? That all of these comes under research. Basically, if we generally talk about research, there are 7 elements to research. Anyone know that these 7 elements to research in general? When we try to do something new, it is said that there are 7 elements to research. So can you see the screen? There are 7 elements of research explained here: abstract, introduction, literature review, methods, results, discussion, and references. Yes?
About publication, ma'am.
Sorry. Yeah? Sorry?
This is about publication, ma'am.
Right. This is about publication or even, so what good a research is if you are not publishing it? What do we mean by publishing actually? Basically, we are trying to share the knowledge which we have gained, right? So in order to share it, we will have to get it published. If we will have to get it published, if we want to get it published, we will have to follow the same format, the format or the elements which is being shown on the screen, right? So the first element is abstract, which is basically the summary of whatever we do in a research. Then introduction basically gets us acquainted about the topic or about the related the topic of research which we are doing, right? Then literature review is the part which is the topic of discussion today, which we will be discussing now. And then the next step is methods, in which we discuss about the methodology of doing the research, that how we have done the research, what methods we have followed in doing a particular research. And there are various kinds of researches. There are various kinds of, like, there are broadly 2 types of researches: qualitative, quantitative, and then there are different types under these 2 broad categories, right? Then then we present the results in the results section and then discuss the results accordingly, and we give the references, right? So now the today's topic of discussion is literature review. What is literature review basically? What Anyone can answer. What do they understand by the term literature review?
May I try to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Literature review is basically looking back at the works, relevant works that are being done on the topic that we are trying to aim, and finding any gaps. Is basically done to find the research gaps that where we can fill in and we can test and try new data, new materials. So it's like that. So research is basically done to fill in the gap that is found in the literature review.
Yes, very true. Correct. That literature review is basically what has already been done on the topic. Whenever we choose a topic to do research, we should know that already what has been done, right? So that we can add something new to it, right? So basically, a literature review in simpler terms, it is a critical. But here, the term critical is very important. It is a critical recap of what has already been done. Can anyone explain this term critical here? When the first point is critical recap of what has already been researched on a topic under study. So anyone who can explain the term critical here or uh, discuss this?
Critical maybe in a critic's eye. You have to suppose one experiment is done, two or three results may be there. So when I'm doing literature review, I'll be putting all together and I'll be seeing that repetitiveness is there is not. All the literature is saying in the same direction, not. If some other results are there, are they validated or experimented or not? So that is how the gaps are being found. So there can be one case where it is not reported at all. There may be some cases that there are two or three types of ideas have came or results have came. So it's like critically you have to judge. That is one thing, and you have to take all the sides. It's not about the narrative that I want to build. It's not about the researches that we are trying to get into that. You have to take into consideration the other side of the coin also.
Yes. So basically, a critical recap would mean that you are very correct that we have to see the positives and negatives of of all the researches as well. It is not like that if we are considering a research for reviewing, for understanding that what has already been done on the topic or about the topic, what things have already been said about this particular thing. So we should also be aware, we should be aware about the about every aspect, each and every aspect around that particular topic. And critical here basically means that whenever we are reading any kind of research paper, we should be able to understand the positive points as well as the shortcomings of that research paper, right? So when we are saying that it is a critical recap of what has already been done, it basically means that we should be aware after the literature review is done, we should be aware about all the all the aspects of that around that particular topic which in the community has been talked about. We should also be aware that what has not been talked about. So for example, a critical recap in as an example, it would mean that what kinds of methodologies or methods have been used for understanding that particular thing. So are there any shortcomings to those particular methods or not? Are there, in what areas or in what aspects those methods are really good, and in what methods those in what aspects those methods are basically are not very good or are not the best thing. So that would be a critical recap in or basically in or you should be aware, you should be have an awareness of all round aspects of that particular topic. So a search and evaluation of the available literature in your given subject or chosen topic area of interest. It documents the state of the art with respect to the subject or topic you are writing about. So basically, it will give us a literature review gives us a document or a or the knowledge about whatever is already been given about our area of interest, right? It basically summarizes it in a way, but it is not only a summary, it is much more than that, because it also includes the understanding of the researcher, right, and how the researcher is looking at all those literature. Now, Hart described the literature review as utilizing existing ideas to justify the chosen approach, methods, and to demonstrate the research's novelty. So basically, one thing which we already talked about, which we already discussed, is that when we choose a particular topic, we should be aware that what has already been done. But why we are doing that is Hart described it as utilizing that particular knowledge, those particular existing ideas, to basically justify that what approach we are using, how it will add to the literature, or how it will give something new to the world. Okay, how the methods which we are going to follow now in our research, how is that a better method than the previous methods which has been already used. So basically, it also helps us give a reasoning for the new thing which we are adding from our research. Okay, so and that also helps us in understanding that because this much thing has already been done, literature review gives us knowledge about that what has already been done. So how now we can add something new to the knowledge base, to the body of knowledge. Okay, he emphasized that a high quality literature review should be comprehensive yet concise, rigorous, and consistent, and should include clear analysis and synthesis. So this is something about the nature of the literature review, that how it should be. If we are saying that a high quality literature review, it should not only be a summary or a short version of whatever has been done. It should be concise, rigorous, consistent in a way that what has been done, and it should also include a proper analysis and synthesis of the knowledge which is already there. Okay, if any one of you have any confusion, can freely ask. Okay, I hope it is clear till here.
Yes.
The yeah. Next is the purpose of literature review. What is the purpose of literature review? So first purpose, which comes in, which is the common sense commonly which comes in our mind, is that it gives us the foundation of knowledge of topic under research. Whatever has been discovered so far, it gives us that understanding that okay, this has already been done, now what new we can add, or what can be done new, or okay, what new we can add, and what has already been done. So it gives us an understanding about what has already been done. It also helps us in avoiding duplication of work, because if suppose someone doesn't do the literature review, or someone doesn't read the already existing researches, so there is a possibility that we can duplicate the work, or we can again do the same work which has or already been done, or we already know that yes, this is how it is done. Anyone who can give any example about it? Anyone example that
Could you please repeat, ma'am?
hello?
Could
Sorry?
you please repeat, ma'am?
I am asking that can you give any example of like how duplication can be done and how it will not add any knowledge, any new thing to the knowledge base?
It's like you change the sample. follow the same methodology. It will give the same trend, same direction. So there is
Yes.
no newness in these two things.
Yes, but again, now there is a question which I want you to think about. Research is also many times said that research means again and again we search. So what is
So
how is that
reproducibility is
different?
you can recheck basically that whether the research is reproducible or not. Well, research should be reproducible, but once
Yeah.
the trends are same, so that means it's a recheck, but not a new contribution.
Huh. So will it be a good research if it is not adding anything new?
Yes, it can be a good research because if you are doing for the first time, it may be considered good research because you have cross-checked. Or it may be something that you did something new. You have followed the same methodology and found some new answers. That means you have added that the previous one was inadequate. That is why, or it was not reproducible. So in this context, it can be said that it's a good research.
Sure. So basically, what I'm understanding and what I want you also to understand is that when we are talking about the duplication of work, also like not duplication exactly, to avoid duplication of work means that being aware that what has already been done, what we can do is we can do the research again, maybe on a different sample size, or maybe suppose we should have a proper reasoning about what we are going to add. Like you gave the example that suppose if we are getting a new kind of result, or if we are getting a new giving a new reasoning that why this research should be done is very important. So to give that reasoning also you will need the understanding, you should know the things which has already been done, right? Now the obvious thing is to next thing is to identify the research gaps and unresolved problems which we don't know or which we don't understand till now and has not been researched, or the suppose the interaction effects of different variables has not been seen in the in that particular area. So those things will require us to do the literature review to understand the gaps, that what is still not known to us. How can we know? To understand that what is still not known, or to understand that gap, those problems which are still not solved, we need to understand, or we need to do the literature review. We need to understand the existing body of knowledge. To next point is to identify conflicts in previous studies. This is also very important. Many times what happens is there are different studies which are which gives conflicted results. 2, 3, 4, 5 studies have been done which is pointing towards one thing, and another 5 or 10 studies are pointing towards the opposite thing. Okay, so to identify that what actually, and it happens very frequently in social science researches, specifically if we talk about in social sciences, this thing having researches in having researches which are showing conflicted results is very common. Okay, so what are those conflicts and why those conflicts are being are present there? To identify those conflicts which are present there, right? So this is again very important. To develop a theoretical framework. So whenever we do a particular research, we should understand the theoretical framework or the theories on the basis of which those variables are interacting among themselves. To understand or develop that particular theoretical framework also, we need to do or carry out this literature review, right? Now, why is literature review important to a scientific research? These are all the pointers that why is it important? Obviously, it is first thing is that research is carried out primarily to improve the knowledge or establish a theory in field, all research builds on existing established knowledge in the field. So that is why the review is important. A literature review helps in familiarizing the extent of knowledge in the field. We get familiarized about the level of knowledge which is there, and the review traces the progress of knowledge and the relation between various thoughts. It helps us in understanding the interaction of different variables in it. This helps in establishing the limits of the available information and identifying gaps in the knowledge. Then the identified gaps are investigated to establish new facts and add value to the field. The literature review offers an insight into the author's depth of knowledge in their field. So when any research, a literature review is presented, it tells us that, okay, what knowledge is already there. And next we move on to the method section, because as we have seen in the 7 elements of research, literature review is the third topic, right? After abstract and introduction, literature review comes. So it provides that the a kind of understanding of the researcher about that particular topic, and then we move on to the methods, or how the researcher has justified that why they need to do or carry out that particular research. Okay, we will further see the examples of some research papers in which we will be able to understand that how literature review is important. Okay, now writing a literature review, many times we have seen that in it happens in, you know, with especially with college students, that what they do is, and what like I also have done as a college student, was that we usually compile different related researches and we present it as a literature review, which is nothing more than an annotated bibliography. Do you agree with me? Like many times what happens is with students or with novice researchers, with new researchers, is that we try to write a literature review, and what we do is we collect some related researches and just we summarize it and we collate it or compile it and then present it as a literature review. Can I know, like, how many of you have also done this? Or you might have seen someone else who have done literature review like this. Just compiled some researches and just presented it in the paper or in any document or in thesis or in any project. Anyone? Hello?
Normal research we have done, ma'am. Actually, collection of the review of literature, not means actual literature review publication.
Okay. No. I am saying that suppose you whatever course you have done, have you carried out any research project, a small research project also?
Yes.
So in that research project, have you included literature review section or review section?
Yes, during the proposal writing.
During the proposal. So what we usually do, like what I have seen, I don't know, I cannot say this for everyone, but basically, like when we are new research, like I have done this in my life, that, you know, when we are new, we don't know much that what literature review is. What we usually do is, suppose I have read 5 studies related to whatever variables I am doing or I am talking about. Okay, I will try to collect few researches about it. I will summarize those researches and then just write it in the literature review section. Have you done that? That's what I am asking. Right?
Yes.
Yes, right. So that will be a compilation of researches. That is not what a good literature review would be. Okay, so that's where the second point is critical analysis and synthesis of the existing information about the topic is the literature review, and not just a compilation of different researches, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you might see this in new researchers, what they will do is they will just compile the thing, compile different, suppose 5 studies they'll read, and 10 studies they will read. They will just write that, okay, this and this researcher have done this and this researcher have done this, so this is what we consider usually a literature review. But that is not. Literature review is a critical analysis of what has been done and then synthesizing that information into the existing topic. I will show you example with a paper. So just I will quickly move on to the next. So these are the steps of literature review. Each step is a big step in itself, but in short, for literature review, for an introduction class, these are the steps of literature review. First is defining the research topic. Hello?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what you are saying, that is what is systematic literature review?
No. Even for narrative also.
Okay.
Even for narrative literature review, there are different kinds, okay? We are not talking about the types of literature review today, but that's what I am saying. For all, so there is this thing called annotated bibliography, right? Which means that we are just presenting. So, but that will not be called a good literature review. Now, if present day, if you read any research article, you will not find that kind of literature review. You will always find that there is an analysis done in the researches, and then that has been synthesized to the present topic of research, and that's how it will be presented in the section, in that particular introduction and review section. Okay, so I'm not talking about only about systematic review. Even in the traditional style of narrative review also, the analysis and synthesis is important. It should not be only the presentation of different reviews. Is that clear? I will show you with examples. I have some
Yes.
researches which I will show you. Okay. So defining a research topic, we should know that what we are looking for. Then searching for relevant literature. Then we should search. So any topic, anyone among you, can you just as an example, can you give a topic or any research which you have already done? You can suggest any topic. Just define your research topic for this example, just to explain that how we will move on to these steps. I just need an example. Anyone? Any example, any research topic, you can just...
Could you, ma'am, please repeat? I'm so sorry.
No. I am just asking, can you give one example of any research topic? It can be which you have already done, or it can be which you something which you are working on, or something, whatever comes in your mind. I just want an example so that I can help you explain these steps.
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, sure.
Like we have submitted unwilling factors and complexity in individual perspectives of whole body donor registrants, a mixed model research in Chhattisgarh.
Okay. So now this is your topic, right? I am not very like clear or clearly understood your topic, but
Okay.
can you repeat the topic again?
मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोल देता हूँ.
Yeah, sure.
Like our department is anatomy, we are dissecting the bodies.
Yeah,
So
okay.
the cadavers which are coming, जो bodies, उसको देहदान से जो लोग स्वैच्छिक देहदान करते हैं.
Okay.
So like unveiling the factors and complexity.
Unveiling the factors and complexities, yes.
In individual perspective of someone who has registered as a whole body donor, that he will donate his body after
Okay.
his...
So mixed methods you have followed, right?
Yes.
You are saying that mixed methods you have followed. So unveiling the complexity. So this research you have already done. So suppose this is the research topic. Now, how will you...
Madam, I have put now.
Sorry?
Not done. We have just
you
put this.
You have started. You have started doing it, right?
Yes.
So now suppose now you have defined your topic. So first step is already done, right? even for defining the topic, what we do is we look into some literature, right? To understand that what are the gaps, and again, what things are there, what can be done, what new thing can be done, right? So suppose you got to know, you got to understand that, okay, we need to understand that what is the condition of a person who is going for that whole body donation, or am I getting it right?
Yes, madam.
Yes, right. So what is that? So we want to understand that, and it has not been done, and there is a gap in that. So now we have defined a topic. Now searching for a relevant literature, how will you search for it? Right, we will go, what we do is we go to different databases, and now we identify the keywords. Many times in the abstracts, not many times, like always we see in the abstract, there are certain keywords given under the abstract, right? In any research, when we read, keywords are there. So now those keywords basically means that we can search that particular research by typing those keywords. So now what we do for searching or for doing a literature review, we identify the keywords from the topic, and then we do a database search. Database could be Google Scholar, it could be EBSCO, it could be Science Direct, it could be ResearchGate, and there are various databases like that in which relevant literature can be found. Right. So we type in the keywords. So for example, can you give example of the keywords which you are using for doing the literature review for your research?
Body donation,
Body
perspective.
donation, perspectives, or willingness of body donation, or related to that, right? So these can be the keywords. So we basically look for the literature, that what are the relevant literature. Now for moving on to the next step, what we do is we try to read the abstracts. Basically we try to read the abstracts, we go through the, or have an overview of the different researches which are present. Some researches we will find which will not be relevant to our topic, right? So we will reject those, and we will select those which are relevant to our topic. So that will be the third step. Next will be to organize the selected material, whatever researches we have got after rejecting the non-relevant researches. Now the relevant researches, we will organize the material. How we will organize the material? Maybe on the basis of what they are talking about, or on the basis of what methods they have followed, or what results they have got. We should organize the selected material. After organizing, we will all outline the structure of a literature review. Okay, that okay, these things are there. We will get to know the headings or subheadings. We can make headings and subheadings in this step, and then we will make a draft about it, and then start writing the literature review. So basically these steps are telling us about a general process which is being followed for the literature review. But here, as in the form of steps, it is seeming very like it feels like it is an easy process, but it is not. That's what this next picture is showing you. Are you able to see this picture? The literature review process. So what this picture is telling us is it's going, you can see the complexity of this picture is it is going round and round and round again and again. So basically it is again an iterative process in which what we do is we define, if you can see, it starts from the below. It starts from below by defining the research objectives and questions, then defining the parameters. We generate and refine the keywords. We conduct a search. We obtain a particular literature. We evaluate those literature, select some of it, record it, then again refine, generate, again go to drafting the review. Okay, now these are the parameters. We redefine it. We again do generate and refine the keywords, conduct a search, obtain literature, evaluate, record, and then again revise the draft, whatever we have already done. Again, we do this. So this is a kind of complex process at the same time, right? Overall, it is easy in terms that we search, we select a particular some studies, and then we do it. But in a way, it is a very iterative process, and we do it again and again, and then we come to a proper critical review of the literature. Is that clear to all of you? Now, a structure of any literature review is this: introduction, body, and conclusion. But before doing that, we should understand the two forms of literature review. Two forms of literature review are these two. First is the literature review as a part or section of research, which shows the existing literature on the particular topic. So for example, sir, which the topic which you gave, like unveiling the complexities of people who want to who go for whole body donation. So in that, the topic is defined, right? But when after doing the research, after the research is done, when you will or when you are writing the paper for publication, what you will do is, before writing in, you will include the, before going on or explaining the methods of the methods of which you have followed for the research, you will explain the literature review, you will write the literature review, you will show the existing literature on the topic, you will introduce that topic, right, to the readers, to the people who will be reading that research. So that part or section is the literature review for the whole research. It synthesizes the extant literature which is already present there, or the body of knowledge which is already present for that particular topic, and then it usually identifies the gaps in knowledge that the empirical study addresses. Okay, so that is a literature review. It is a part or section of a research which is done. Okay. Now, review article is a standalone research article. That is what you were talking about, a systematic research review. Are you getting the point, all of you? Review article is a standalone research article. It is a journal length paper, full length paper, which has an overarching purpose just to synthesize the literature in the field without collecting any primary data. So what we do in review article is we just do the literature review and then produce a journal length paper on that particular topic. Now, in that review article, there are different kinds of reviews also. Narrative review, scoping review, systematic literature review. So all of these things come in that, which will be the topic in some other class. Is that clear to all of you? Are these two forms clear to all of you?
Madam, please repeat once again.
I am saying there are two forms of literature review. One is, it is a part in, it is in any research, it is a part or section of research which shows the existing literature on that particular topic. Okay, that is one form of literature, doing a literature review or of a literature review. Another is a review article. Another form of doing literature review is the review article, in which we do the literature review. The same process or step which I have shown you is being followed, but we produce a journal length paper by doing the review only, in which no new data or no primary data is being collected or analyzed. It is just the review of different articles. That is what we know as systematic literature review or scoping review or narrative review. Likewise. Is that clear? Is that
Yes.
clear now? Okay. So I will show you some review Scopus indexed papers to help you understand the concepts that and how it is how we actually go about what is the finished product when we do the literature review, how it is presented in a research paper. Okay. So this is a paper I have. This is a Scopus indexed journal. I hope this is visible to all of you. Environmental science and pollution research. Is this visible? Hello?
Yes, visible.
Yeah. So this is a research article. This is an empirical research which has been done. So you can read the topic, the relationship between pro-environmental attitude and employee green behavior, and the role of motivational states and green work climate perceptions. Okay. So now you can see this is the abstract. Abstract is basically telling us about the research which has been done and what this research is about. Okay. Now, the keywords which we already talked about, these are the keywords: required employee green behavior, voluntary employee green behavior, pro-environmental attitude, controlled motivation, autonomous. So these are the keywords which helps us in doing the searches. When we are searching for the literature which is there in the databases, these are the keywords which can be used for searching this particular paper. Okay. Now, the new format for the Scopus indexed, most of the Scopus index journal is that you will see in any of the journal, you will see this introduction section. Okay. And this is the introduction section, which basically goes on till here before the methods. So you will see that there is no separate section for literature review as such. Now here, the research review and hypothesis, these they have given, and they have given the different topics: employee green behavior. Okay. Then pro-environmental attitude and employee green behavior. Mediating role of controlled motivation and autonomous motivation. What they mean here is, what they have done is, in the first section of introduction, they have used this section to explain or define the topics which are there, like what is employee green behavior. Okay, how these different variables are related to each other. You can read these things. Like, for example, I'm just giving you an example to give you an
Ma'am,
idea.
sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
Sorry.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Just curious, how they have come up with the topics. I mean, I can understand that introduction, they have defined these terms, but how they have decided that these terms will be covered?
For the keywords.
No, for the separate parts where they have given other subheadings.
For that, again, your literature review only help you. Your literature review will help you to get to those headings and subheadings, that what are the important things, and on the basis of that they have given the hypothesis. That's what I was trying to show you. So first, let me just complete it here. Like, they have in the introduction section, they have just introduced the topics. Like, for example, they have explained that what employee green behavior, it develops from pro-environmental attitude, behavior and everything. Then it mainly contributes into what it is that they have explained, can be divided into required employee green behavior and voluntary. So basically I'm trying to explain that they have explained They have explained that based on the theory of plant behavior. Again, for this introduction section also, we need to do the review only. Okay. For writing this introduction also, we need to read some researches and make this. But then in the end of the like when you see the end of the introduction section, they have explained that what they have basically introduced their topic. In summary, what their study is doing. Our study adopts the perspective of EGB in the workplace and discusses the relationship between employees, pro-environmental attitude, and green behaviors and their impact mechanism. So this is what we do in the introduction section. Now, in the research review section, they have these. If you see, answering your question again, if you see employee green behavior, this is the main topic. So it's nothing like it will come automatically, like it will come organically to you that, okay, this is the main topic which we can discuss about. Now, what they have done here in this paper is they have defined the hypothesis on the basis of this that what all hypotheses they have made, they have explained on the basis of this. You can see here. So this is one way. There can be other ways also. But here, after explaining these two things, employee green behavior and explaining the pro-environmental attitude and employee green behavior, they have explained this hypothesis. Then again, the mediating role of controlled motivation and autonomous motivation, they have again. So now in the literature review part, if you will see, it's not just a collation or compilation of different researches. It is an analysis and synthesis of this. If you read it, for the lack of time, we cannot read or go through the whole research. But that's what I will suggest or recommend all of you, that go through any paper, any research paper like this, and try to read the review articles as much as possible, or the literature review section, introduction as well as the literature review section of the research. You will understand then. Then after explaining all of it, presenting all the three hypotheses, then they have moved on to the method section. Is that clear? I hope I'm making sense to all of you. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. I want to show you some other researches as well. I'll just quickly show it because I know the class is, yeah, okay. So, yes. So there is a scoping review which I have seen. Is the screen visible?
Yeah, visible.
Yeah. So this is, see, this is again a Journal of Environmental Psychology, a Scopus Index journal. So you can see in this, this is a scoping review. This is the second form. The first example I showed you was the first form of literature review, in which there was an empirical study done, in which there are different sections, methods, and different things. And in that, there is a section of literature review in which the literature review has been done. But this paper here itself is a review paper. Okay, it is a review paper, and it is one kind of review paper which is called scoping review. So here in the topic itself, it is written a scoping review. So swimming in nature, a scoping review of the mental health and well-being benefits of open water swimming. So if you see here, this is the abstract. And in the abstract, the methods, if you go, this is the method of a scoping review. Okay, the scoping review is basically done to understand the scope of the related topic, to understand that what all scope this topic has, or what all has been done in that topic. So around that topic, okay, to understand the gaps of that particular topic. So this was the abstract, and this is the introduction. So in the introduction also, you can see the topic is introduced. This is again the part of introduction only. Here they have talked about the review questions, that this scoping review examines the state of the current research into the mental health and well-being benefits of open water swimming. Okay, it will address the following questions. Now, methods, and then it is a whole process of discussion of the literature review. So this is one kind of review in which they have done the scoping review. Another example I will show you of a there was a systematic review also I have opened. Okay, got it. Yeah, is the screen visible? This is again another article. It is a systematic review. Okay, national policies and programs for perinatal mental health in India. It is a systematic review. So here the background is given, methods. This is the abstract, full abstract, and in the methods they are talking about that a systematic review have been done. So method which is followed in doing a systematic review. This is again the second form of literature review, in which this paper itself is a review article. Okay, so this is the result and conclusion. This is the whole abstract. Okay, keywords. Now here you will see introduction, methods in which search strategy, all of which is followed in the systematic review that has been done, and then in the results this is presented like this. So this is a review article, and then the discussion has been done like this. In here you can see the topics, headings and subheadings are being, the context, the content and actors, process of policy and program development, quality of the policies, like this. Then the discussion has been done, implications, etc. So these were the examples of some review articles. I hope this is making sense to all of you. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? So this was the basic introduction of literature review and the forms, but there is much more to learn about literature review, and it surely comes with practice. We will get better with practice only. By doing only we can, by doing and reading. So I will recommend all of you to go through certain research papers. If your aim is to write a research paper, you should read the research paper. One last tip for in like 2 minutes I will give you is that there is a process to go through the papers as well. So when we are in the second step of selecting the paper, what we should do is we should put in the keywords in the databases. We will get a list of the researches which will match with those keywords. So what we should do, we should read the topic of those researches and read the abstract of those researches. If we find that relevant, we should select those researches, download it or keep it in a separate folder, and then go through the whole paper. That is the way. Go through the whole paper and then only see if you know, whatever is relevant and include it into the final this thing. Then only it will be a synthesis of that particular paper. Otherwise, what we usually do is we just summarize the abstract and then put it in the literature review section, right? That is not how it should be done. Okay, and if in the process we find, if in the process of reading the abstract itself we find that no, this is not relevant to our topic, or this is not what I want in my study, so then you can reject it at that level itself. Is that clear?
Thank you,
Okay.
Anjali.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
it is very clear to all of the students that literature review is not the compilation of some articles. Most of the students have that type of idea, but you have clarified that, and you have demonstrated at least 3 papers so that the student can understand how to write the literature review, how to study the literature review. So, and you have shown some of the figures or graphical representation so that the students can understand. So I think whatever your contribution, that is good enough for our students. So I'm requesting you, please you give these 3 links of the paper to Farah
Sure, sir.
so that the Farah can share it in the Google Classroom, and we will discuss this issue later on. So thank you, Anjali.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Students, I think you have no question. She has made you clear about what is literature review, what is the purpose of literature review, what are the stages of literature review, and how to present the literature review for the review article or for journal publication. Okay, thank you, Anjali. Thank you, all the students.
Thank you.
If you have any question, please you write in the WhatsApp. We will interact with you.
Thank you. So I can leave now?
Yeah, now you can leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Farah, what is the next class?